Hello, and welcome to a new Let's Play. This time we're doing something a bit different, not much of a normal Let's Play, but instead a calm Let's Play of A Kingdom For Keflings, or of Keflings as I sometimes fuck up and say it like that. This is going to be a full-on 100% Let's Play of A Kingdom For Keflings, in which I'm going to go through it from the very beginning of the tutorial all the way to the very end, where we complete the actual final building. So let's go ahead and check this out. We've got Grant. Grant's strong arms, finely tailored suits, and well-groomed hair are heavy of all giants. Not building kingdoms, Maya compulsively bakes pie. She never fails behind her task she's been given. That's nice. Then we got Trevor. Trevor's committed and foot. Basically, all these characters we're going to be looking at right now. Trevor is going to be our character for this part. For this entire Let's Play, we'll be playing as Trevor. We also have Naira, who is the winner of the kingdom's next top giantess. Nice reference. We got Reese, who is very strong, smart, and brave. However, it's his ginger hair that gets him noticed, because everyone knows that gingers are new to the world. There's Phoebe, naturally quiet and shy giant, who loves the Keflings and deeply enjoys helping the little folks in their building. And there's Montaro, which I think Montaro's the person we're playing as. I think he is the most petty of them all. He is very distracted by shiny objects, so, you know. They got Catherine, which is a very gleeful, friendly, and enjoys the outdoors kind of person. And she always gives the Keflings the caring they deserve, which is very nice. Then back to Grant. So the character I'm playing as is going to be Montaro. So, welcome to the Kingdom for Keflings. The Keflings need help building a kingdom. However, they need your help to actually make sure that more Keflings are made and such. They will help out whenever they can, but you are going to be the person to really help out here. The mayor will give us objectives when we build the town hall, and we can paint the walls of our buildings, which we'll barely ever do because, well, there's not much point to it. And once we build the castle, we will actually beat the game. So that'll be our final building, really. So all we have to do is just build that damn castle. But we have to start here. So let's begin. They need our help, okay, to build a kingdom. But right now we've got nothing but a lot of trees and rock and such. We should start by building the town square. We luckily have a workshop here that was made by the Keflings for us to use. And we also have the blueprints, which we have the pigment maker and the town square. Now we can click on the blueprints and see what we need. But yeah, there's a lot to go for. There's even a town hall there, there's a keep, and then there's the castle, our final building that we have to build. Yeah, we got the keep, we also have the town hall, and we also have the pigment maker and the town square. Now the pigment maker is just like a bonus thing. Like sometimes you'll need additional stuff to activate the building, so you're gonna need, like, you know, a guy with a hat, someone with some smarts, you know, you need a lot of stuff. Right now, let's worry about that. Let's worry about the town square to actually begin the game. So we're going to need to go ahead and make a plank, which we're going to need to check out in the basic workshop, which you will always have at the very beginning of every game. So we just need a plank, so let's go ahead and make a plank. I'm sure we have all the required needs. No, we don't. We need a bit of wood. It will show us our resources in every workshop, but for the most part, we need wood in order to finish up and build a platform. So, we're gonna have to begin harvesting resources, which is gonna be the big thing about this game. We'll use our Keflings to actually make these resources happen. So, we can pick up any Kefling and we can put them to a tree, like so. Now we put them to this tree, or the forest. And I then skip some shit, but yeah, then we put the Kefling over to this spot here, in which they will bring the logs they cut, because this one's a lumberjack Kefling, all the way to the workshop. So, you know, when they're going around, you know, cutting all the stuff, they will bring the stuff exactly to where it needs to be. Now, there are some other things, like rock, which we're going to need as well, just in case. But right now, it's all about the logs. So, we're going to bring one log in. We're going to make our platform, and then we're going to continue on from there. So, let's go ahead and put our platform right with the other platforms, because they're always there from the very beginning. and make our town square. And there we go. We now have the house. So now we have built the town square, we need to build a house. But right now we don't have to build another town square. That town square right there is the only one we need. And let's see if we can build a house. It needs a heart, which, by the way, we don't know where we can find that. But as you can see, we now have some new stuff like the bedroom, the hearth, and the storage. So we're not only going to need some more logs, we're going to need some rock. So luckily there's some stone quarries here. So let's make some, some stonesmen, or stoneswomen, or whatever. All the way to these trees and to these rocks. And by the way, there's also a item there, like something special we can grab, a tool of sorts. We'll be going through that a little later. In fact, I believe in either this part or next part. But right now, let's worry about this, because we need to get some more rock. Because we only had one rock here, and we're going to need a lot more rock to get through this game. And yeah, this is going to be the big thing about this game, which is literally making stuff by gaining a lot of resources. The Keflings help, but in order to actually get through this game with the best stuff and again 100%, we are actually going to need to go and like take all of this, make sure all the Keflings actually take all the resources that are not infinite. Yeah, there are infinite resources in this game, in which if you have a Kefling building on there and there's still like resources that are numbered, they're going to be going at that one forever. And there's a way to fix this, it's just a bit obnoxious, and I'll be showing that way later on. But right now, let's worry about building this house. Which, by the way, the time has changed a bit. But hey, we need some love or else the Keflings won't come in. So we need to pick up this love resource just fell from the sky by God himself. And yeah, just put the love right in the house and we will get some new Keflings. Yeah, we'll be rewarded love for doing different tasks as well. So we need to go ahead and make sure we do all these tasks. So now we got 2 more Keflings, which is what we get every time. You know, that's pretty cool. Now we got some more love because, well, we're going to need another house now, aren't we? So that's basically it with how this game works. You know, you make stuff, and you also do your town square, which you can see your items, your tools, the sort of hats everyone can have, the training, the speed boost, or a quick harvest thing. And we can also now build a house, or we can go straight to the town workshop we can build. Now, the speed boost will make everybody faster except us. Items will let us do stuff better, including being faster or carrying more stuff. And the tools will make things a lot easier for us to get resources. Quick harvest will let harvesting with the Keflings be a lot faster, and training is all the hats we can acquire that will require for the buildings and such. So that's pretty neat. But yeah, as you can see from the blueprints, we're going to need the another house. But right now, there's also the town workshop, which requires a few things from here, which is now put here, like the simple tower, the tool table, and the workstation. So we're going to need to build that in this part, because yes, we are going to be building a lot of the basic stuff first in this part before we actually get straight to the interesting parts of this game. Now, this game also has DLC, which is basically maps. I will show them off the very last part of this Let's Play. They're not the most interesting thing in the world, but they are free. They are free DLC, and not only that, but this game is on PC, which is what I'm playing right now. This was originally on Xbox Live Arcade, but I actually have this on PC because they ported it to PC, which is very nice. And yeah, it makes it a lot more easier and fun to go through. Yeah, because then I don't have to get a freaking Xbox to actually play this game. You do have to pay to play this game, though. You do have to actually buy this game before you can actually play it. This is not a free game. It's not even free on Xbox Live Arcade. You're gonna have to buy it. But yeah, you know, it's the most interesting thing about this whole thing. And on the Xbox Live thing, you can also get some stuff. Which, by the way, looks like someone's had to cover it up. You know, if you want to put something like that, hover your mouse over it, and a list of items will come up. A list of selections or whatever. Now you can choose what you want from what is underneath something. So if there is a resource underneath a house part, I think you can mouse wheel scroll through it and you can get to it. I rather just like keep stuff separated away so they're not like against each other, doesn't make it all complicated and such. Because you don't want to make a big mess out of stuff. You also want to go ahead and make a lot of room for everything, but nah, I'll just like build whatever, however I want, and you know, just get through this as best possible. I don't really care about how much room I have. Just have to make sure I have some room to build stuff, and that's it. And by the way, I really want that tool over there. We're getting close, except the Keflings is sort of, you know, branching away from it. But hey, we'll get to it. Right now, though, let's build our town workshop. And yeah, every workshop builds different things and accepts different resources too. This new one will help us build a town hall, but we need the lumber mill first. Yes, we'll need a specific sort of thing. So we're going to need to build a lumber mill before we can get straight to the one thing we need. It converts logs into lumber, which is going to be a very common sort of thing to do. Logs are not very common, surprisingly, with this game. Lumber, that is very common in this game when it comes to resources. So get ready to get a lot of lumber. Rocks, though, they are very common. And there's also two other resources in this game, which I will go through later on, because right now they're not important. We don't need those resources. We will instead not worry about it, and just get straight to making a lumber mill. Now, about the DLC maps, there's only one map in the actual base game, and it is this map here. Whenever you play this game normally, you will always get this map, and it always has the same formation of stuff and everything like that. So there's nothing special about it. But yeah, now we need to activate this building for a Kefling. So you must remove a worker's hat from the Kefling and then just put him in there. Or I could just grab a Kefling and put him inside here. Now that we can place logs into the lumber mill and convert them into planks. And we also need to have someone carrying the planks over to the workshop, because even though we can do it ourselves, it's better we have someone else do it for us. But yeah, we need these guys to bring their logs over to the lumber mill. And I think that'll be the best thing to do right now. So once there are logs put into the lumber mill, we can then worry about that later on. But right now, we're going to deal with the town hall. And yeah, it'll tell us about the carrying thing, you know. Already know, I already told you guys about that. You can have a Kefling pick up the pile of planks and bring them to the town workshop. I told you that already. Right now, though, we're looking at the town hall, which will train a Kefling to become a mayor. And the mayor is going to be the person we're going to be getting our objectives from. Our little, you know, things to do outside of building stuff. So we're going to need to go ahead and build this plank, this little platform here right now, so that we have a sort of starting point for the town hall. And we will put it right here. Now, we're going to need to go ahead and start work on the town workshop, because, you know, this is great and all, but I think the town workshop's going to get a lot better. Oh, and hey, it's snowing. Yeah, we have a few things there, but yeah, the weather actually changes to 4 different things. Now, it's not just looks, there's a few other things to it. Oh, by the way, I got a book here, a textbook. Found it, yay! We can use this to activate schools or the guild hall. And, you know, we're not going to be doing that anytime soon, so let's not worry about it for now. But yeah, we can do that. And yeah, about the weather. It's not just for show, it will appear every now and then, but, you know, it changes between 4 different seasons, and these seasons actually showcase a few things, like how easy or how hard harvesting certain things are. So right now, it is very hard to harvest trees, but it's easy to harvest rock. But yeah, as you can see, we got a lot of stuff here, including crystal, which is very interesting. And there's also an animal that exists here, because even though Keflings exist, and they're certainly the only people here, animals do exist. They're called sheep. Yes, there are only sheep here. There are no other animals in the game. It is just sheep and Kefling. And giants, obviously. Now, there are a lot of trees, a lot of rock, a lot of crystal, and a few sheep. And the sheep are infinite. They never go away. Even though they have a counter to them, they're never gone. So don't worry about harvesting them. But the crystal, rock, and the trees all have a minimum before they're gone forever, unless they have an infinite symbol on them. The infinite symbol will never go away. Basically, you can harvest it as much as you want. It's just going to be there forever, and you can basically harvest it for as much as you want. Now, that's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing, because the Keflings will usually go to that because it's the closest thing. And you don't want that if you want to get all the stuff that is actually hidden underneath the limited amount ones. So you're going to need to actually make sure that every single spot where there is a limited number of resources gets put in their place and completely broken apart, all of them, to get all the stuff that's hidden under them, like, you know, textbooks, hearts, items that you actually do need, you know, all sorts of stuff. You're gonna need to actually look through all of this to get the good stuff, so you gotta make sure you keep an eye on the Keflings on where they're digging the entire time. Right now, though, we actually have enough to build some stuff, so let's go ahead and build these three: the audience hall, the meeting hall, and I forgot what the other thing was called, but we're going to be taking all this stuff over here, and we're going to start building this right now. The mayor's office, that's right, the mayor's office. We also have the clock, which we're going to be putting in the middle. And if you build something you don't want, you can sit next to it and break it by punching it a few times, and it will just, like, explode. Then you can use the resources to build something else. This will happen if you need it to happen in case you messed up, but we'll try not to. There's also, like, there's the clock face. There's also stockpiles, which I'll explain later on. Right now, we don't need to worry about stockpiles. But trust me, when we get to the stockpile part, stockpiles are going to become something that are very useful in this game. Because even though gaining resources here is fine and dandy, there are going to be moments when you don't want, like, a huge amount of a certain resource in one spot that you're not going to be using. So you're going to want to get rid of that to actually use in the spot you want it to be used in. So, you know. Also, you can put stuff in, like, a sort of angle sort of way. But if there is stuff in the way blocking you from being able to put it there, you're going to need to move some stuff out of the way, move some pieces out of the way, so that you can move a specific piece into a spot. So make sure that you're building it in a way in which you actually have room to place the spots in. Otherwise, you'll be moving pieces around, and it's going to be all sorts of messed up. So yeah, that's basically the basics of this game. That's basically what you'll be doing. And yeah, you can also harvest yourself, which is much faster than having the Keflings do it, because you're much better at harvesting than any Kefling. The problem, though, is, again, what time of day it is, which right now is actually the best day, the best season to harvest trees, and the worst season to harvest, I believe, rock. Maybe if it's another season that's worse. Anyway, we got the single bow shears, which is an upgrade. And because we have the upgrade, we can now use this to harvest wool from any sheep with these shears. If you ever want to see which upgrades you collected, you go to the town square and you click on it. And then you can see what you've got. So yeah, we now have the wool. We can now harvest wool, which right now we don't need to worry about, because harvesting wool isn't going to be anything special. But right now we also only can harvest that, stone, and wood. Crystal, as well as wool, cannot be harvested until you have the tool for it. Now we have the wool tool, we can take care of the wool, but we do not have the tool for crystal. The crystal tool is around here somewhere, and we will need to take care of that pretty soon. But right now, let's not worry about it right for now, and just build our town hall and actually complete this. By the way, there is the thing you use to, build crystal. Yeah, the thing you need to harvest crystal, right there. Also, you want to make sure not to block yourself when you do this stuff. So let's just go ahead, build our thing, and make a town hall. And yeah, I have a lot of rock here, but what I do need is plank, which I should be getting a Kefling to bring him over here, but I'm pretty sure I actually have all the Kefling doing stuff, so sadly I can't. Oh wait, never mind, there's one guy right over there, I could use him, whatever. I'll be using him as the mayor. Because yes, you need a Kefling for the town hall in order to actually activate it. And we do have one guy just walking about here, so let's go find him. I have no idea where oh wait, there he is. They just kind of stop and wave, and the camera doesn't move ever, so you have to deal with this camera angle, and yeah, it's kind of awkward. But hey, we now have a mayor! And because we have a mayor, that also means that we can now get objectives, so we can know what we have to do. So let's go ahead and check out what the mayor has to say to us. Yeah, we have a mayor. Yay! The mayor will have a quest for us to complete, so we might as well just talk to him right now if he has a exclamation point above his head, and see what quest he wants us to do. We have two. We have the query or creating a kingdom. Now, we're going to need a lot of resources to make this kingdom great, so we're going to need some more rocks. We will get love if we do that with the basic workshop. Then we have created a kingdom. We've been doing great, but why don't we put our stuff to the test by putting logs in the basic workshop for love. Both of these gives us love, which means more Keflings, but they both involve either putting logs or rocks in the basic workshop, not the town workshop. Please note that distinguishing fact of which workshop has to go where. So now we're going to build some more rock. We're going to just get that out of the way because this tool right here I'm going to want, because then I'm prepared for literally harvesting anything. I believe this will also prepare all the, it will actually prepare all the Keflings for that sort of material as well, because they can't build this unless I have the tool as well. Oh, by the way, that rain there, yeah, it appears randomly, but doesn't really do anything as far as I know. I think it might give you more wool for the sheep, like it makes it faster or something like that. I have no idea. All I know is that the rain just appears randomly at this sort of time, and like it's just there. It doesn't do anything as far as I know. And there's a digging bar. The digging bar lets us mine those enigmatic crystals. So even though it's a shovel, obviously from the look of it, we now have what we need to actually harvest crystal. So because of this, we can harvest crystal. We can now harvest all 4 materials and so can the Keflings. So if we ever need wool or crystal, I now have what we need to do so. And yeah, I'm now going to deal with the Keflings, carrying this around. Look like that, by the way. And we're now going to just get this out of the way. So let's go ahead and, wait, what? Oh, for Christ's sake. Go here. There. Now then, let's make sure we get all the stuff you're taking care of, all the quests and such taken care of real soon. And also take care of the rock pile I just made here so that we can actually complete one of our objectives, which is doing the rock thing at the basic workshop. Because then we'll get some love. And we want love. We also need some more logs, so, gotta get that out of the way. There we go! So, we're very tall and our mining skills are amazing. We now have love, which is very nice. We also have some reading thing there, so we got some more new stuff at the basic workshop. which we're gonna need. And you know, we build some more logs, you know, harvest some more trees, more forests, and you know, put them all in the basic workshop and get ourselves some very nice, very needed love, which I will probably build next part unless I have time for it, which I have no idea if I do. We have a few minutes left this part. These parts are either gonna be 30 minutes long or longer, because this can be a long game. There's a lot of, well, it's not an RPG, but I would call this grinding in a way, because you're going to be harvesting a lot of resources to get through this. So, you know, you better get used to that. This game was actually popular enough, succeeded enough to actually warrant a sequel, which you can actually find not on PC, sadly, but on your Xbox or on the Wii U. Yes. So, if this Let's Play goes off well, I might do its sequel at some point on the Wii U, which is much better than this game, by the way. I haven't really played it, but it looks a lot better. And we are now Lumberjack, and that's okay. So now we got some Lovecraft at the town square. So now we can go ahead and build some houses and then end our part with that. We can also have a stone cutter here to, you know, turn our rocks into stone, which isn't really that different, but hey, at least we'll be building some houses, which, by the way, we can only have up to 5 pieces being made over there, but if one's just built there and you build another and it's not being built, the good news is that you can have up to 6 spots, really. One spot's already built on the thing, and the other 5 are currently being built right now. So if I have like that, then it actually does help. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab some love and make some more Keflings. And we'll end the part with all the love. So yeah, it's very calm. So Let's Play, nothing wrong with this. It's kind of fun, to be honest. And you can get it for like $5 or so on the actual website of ninjabee.com, which is the developers of this game. Which, if you want to play this game yourself, you go there and get that. Unless you have the Xbox, in which you go ahead and get that. Which there are a few little achievements you can do with this game on the Xbox version. It's not really that important. But, you know, if you really want that, you can get some, you know, stuff for your avatar by doing it. Oh, and by the way, I can indeed punch the crap out of the town hall if I wanted to. But yeah, that is basically it, honestly. I mean, I can kick Keflings as well, you know, I can drop them or kick them, like so. But that's about it. That's about the basics of Kingdom for Keflings. So, really, our next objective in the next part will be interesting. Right now, I'm going to be saving. We could save like that, which is auto-saving. Or we can go to save game and make a new save. We have Grant King, which is actually my old playthrough, which I actually completed the game already. Or we can make a new save and have Montaro Mayor. And, you know, you can see the big difference between these two. But right now, let's not worry about that. Let's instead worry about the fact that next time on the Kingdom for Keflings, we'll be building some more buildings and doing some more objectives. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.